Okay, Omar Jordan, RIT Safety Solutions. We're going to continue with the packing instructions. This time we're going to be using our tubular webbing. Same concept as the rope, except for we're going to put multiple folds in each channel. We have a packing rod that we're going to utilize. Same thing. We're going to use our bucket. It kind of helps keep everything in a nice flowing fashion. We're going to give about a 6 to 8 inch extra on the end, starting with the ring. We're going to measure the distance of the cartridge, and we're going to take the packing rod, we're going to put it right at that fold. Straighten out just a few inches of the webbing onto your packing rod, and then you're going to open the channel and you're just going to slide this in until it stops. Once you have this one in, you want to put a little bit of weight on the top of the cartridge so that you don't, when you pull your packing rod out, you're not accidentally pulling any of the webbing out with it. Check, nice and smooth. We can get the ring out of the way now, and what we're going to do is we're going to measure, do the exact same thing that we just did. The difference between the rope and the webbing is the majority of all our webbing cartridges have 3 folds, one right on top of the other, just like this. I'm going to put this right on top of the first one. Now, once I'm putting my second and third fold in, I'm going to put my thumb on the first loop. There again, that's keeping anything from grabbing some of the initial run that I have in there and making it bind. I'm going to push it all the way in so it's at the end of the cartridge. I'm going to put a little pressure. I'm going to bend this up, and I'm going to pull the packing rod out. Each fold you put in, just rub your hand across here, make sure there's no bulges or knots. That would possibly prevent the system from deploying. I'm going to make sure it's nice and smooth. The third fold, just like the second, it's going to go right on top. We're going to get it started. Then I'm going to put some pressure on this portion of the fold, the previous fold, so that we're not making anything, buckle up inside the channel. Nice and smooth, a little pressure, and I'm going to pull my rod out, and I'm going to go to the next cartridge, the next slot. Measure, put it over the packing rod, open, and it's going to slide right in. Second fold, just like the first. We're going to continue this till we get it packed, so we're going to cut, and then we're going to start back in with towards the end of the cartridge. Alright, we're back with the webbing cartridge. I've gone through my cycles of 3 folds per channel. I've got 2 in the second to the last one, and I noticed that I probably only have 2 channels left. So what I'm going to do is just put the last 2 channels in the final cartridge. The reason that we kind of preload the back end first is when you're going to deploy the system and you need to go horizontal for a remote anchor, this gives less resistance so that you can keep your horizontal travel going very smoothly with about 6 to 7 pounds worth of force. Once I do this, the last channel here, you'll see it's going to leave me a couple of feet for rigging the sending device, as well as putting the system into the cartridge into whichever system that you have. Again, second fold's going right on top of the first. We're going to put a little pressure on the first fold so nothing binds in there. Okay. At this point, we're complete. This portion of the webbing rope is going to stay out. You will notice that on the webbing and rope cartridge, there's a piece of Velcro. The reason that is there is if you take a look at either our lumbar bag or either our egress system that we make for Scott, the EasyScape 1, you'll notice that there's Velcro inside these pockets. The top part has a 1-inch Velcro and the bottom part has a 2-inch Velcro. We're going to fold this channel so that the Velcro will match the 2-inch Velcro on the inside of the cartridge. Basically, it's going to come all the way to here inside this system. That way we still have room to close it, but yet it's holding the webbing or rope cartridge in place so that the whole cartridge doesn't come out should you need it. All of our lumbar systems, SCBA systems, open up the same way, and they're pretty much the same design. This bottom part here is going to hold the cartridge. On the integrated SCBA system, this is what attaches to the SCBA, and here's your personal escape belt. This particular system, the lumbar bag, can be used on Class 2 harnesses or single belt A-frame harnesses that are integrated to the bunker gear. We're going to have the Velcro down. All we're going to do is we're going to put the cartridge in here. And then we're going to bring it to meet this Velcro. Make sure that the cartridge is on that 2-inch Velcro on the bottom. And now we're going to just close this end up. That secures this in 2 layers of advanced fire-rated material. Next, we're going to tuck the O-ring on top of the cartridge out of the way, or it could be folded in the cartridge prior to putting it in there. After that, we're just going to place the descending device, the hook that goes into its pocket. The hook actually has its own envelope. This is the weight and the point of it. If we don't protect it with double layers, it will start to wear with the material. The tri-link gets attached to the belt. On the Scott systems, we have a carabiner instead of a tri-link. Then all we do is set the device in there nice and neat, and we'll close the flap and we'll connect the snaps. Now this particular one has a retention flap that holds it over. This one does not, because the way that this attaches to the Class 2, it does not need this retention flap. On the SCBA units, this retention flap is designed to hold the belt in place while you're doing adjustments. Then once you release this and you deploy the system, the belt will have the ability to self-center once it's deployed. With the lumbar bag, same identical purpose. We're going to slide the cartridge in here. We're going to mount the hook and the hardware. The end of the descending device and the tri-link will come out to about right here, and it attaches to the A-frame of the harness. We're going to be showing the attachment of these systems in more detail right now. We want to make sure that you can repack the cartridge properly in order to start repacking your system. Thank you.